Hello, my name is Joshua Miller, and I'm a first year proudly serving at Linda McKinley STEM Academy. My first response to being accepted to theater was a mix. It was a mix of a lot of emotions, honestly. I was a little apprehensive considering the times that we were in, but I was also really excited to be able to serve in a time where a lot of people don't want to give too much of themselves, or where that connection between person to person is kind of small. So when you decide to join City Year, you're often asked a lot of questions like, who are you? What does service mean to you? Or what has service looked in your experience? And I came to find out that throughout my first year serving, that a lot of those questions were revisited and answered through my journey with the students and how I engaged the schools and communities we are part of.
Hi, my name is Alexis and I proudly serve at Trevitt Elementary. Just like everyone else, I was very excited to start training with City Year. Meeting my team and fellow corps members, learning the ins and outs of the program and how this year would be a bit different because of COVID-19 regulations. We even got to participate in workshops alongside Columbus City School staff. I learned so much from the virtual training, but the biggest thing I took away from those early weeks of service was a strong community I had become a part of and the values that City Year holds true to. The online community was very warm and welcoming and made me feel that no matter who you are, you belonged at City Year. Even though training was online this year, City Year made sure to keep everyone involved. We held space for affinity groups, got to understand our strengths using StrengthsFinder, contributed to justice talking sessions, networked with Columbus community members, and learned from one another through community building games and icebreakers. I am not only happy but honored to be a part of City Year's community. The skills I learned through training and the conversations with my peers I will take with me as I continue on into my next adventure.
Hi, I'm Michaela, proudly serving at Team South. Jumping in as a mid-year member felt like a hand in glove for me. I want to do something different from my previous job, and I plan on becoming a teacher in the future. So I felt like City Year was the right fit for me to be a part of, as it shared the same values I have. I knew it would be working virtually for a bit, but I didn't realize how much I wouldn't like it at first. There's a lot of documentation, but once I got the hang of it, it was simple to do. Though really the best part was meeting my team because they're literally the best, most supportive people I know. Service was very rewarding for me. Coming from out of state, not knowing what to expect, I got to explore a new city, meet amazing people in City Year and South High School, connect with students and watch them challenge their growth and their education. I've enjoyed witnessing students have their aha moments when they finally understand a lesson. I love how I got the chance to become a part of their journey as they have become a part of mine. Go Bulldogs!
Hey everyone, my name is Daryn and I was a first-year AmeriCorps member proudly serving at Champion Middle School. The end of the year was a roller coaster mentally and emotionally. Starting with virtual service, I felt that I had finally fallen into a role where I was useful and productive. My grade partner Anna and I created a great additional space for students we named Tiger Time, where they could work on homework and other social and emotional learning activities. We were able to create a Jeopardy review game, an Among Us themed coordinate plan activity, several Kahoot reviews, and some of our students even shared a vision board for who they want to be in the future. My partner teacher and I fell into a groove with the virtual classes where we could utilize breakout rooms and online resources to help foster our students' learning. My role finally felt needed and defined within our space, but then came the email letting us know we would all be heading back into the building. I know a lot of fellow corps members understand me when I say there were a lot of emotions swirling around inside with this news. How is my role going to change, and how are my relationships with my student and partner teacher going to change when going back in? These questions came up so many times, and the answers would only be clear once we started in-person service. There were so many new things we had to worry about on top of living through a global pandemic. I know I echo a lot of people's voices when I say that the uncertainty was daunting. All those worries and feelings slipped away as soon as I heard one of my students yell out, "Hey, it's Mr. B." Our students were so excited to be back with their friends and into the building, and if they could find the excitement within all the chaos, then so could we. My role changed quite a bit inside the building, but the core of my role remained the same. In the building, we helped our students with their homework and class assignments, navigating through testing, COVID-19 regulations, and acclimating back to a semi-normal school day. What I learned from the end of the year is it doesn't matter if we were serving virtually or in person. Our role as City Year remains the same, to be there for our team, to be there for our partner teachers, and of course, to be there for our students.
Hi, my name is Colleen and I proudly serve as the second-year corps member at Livingston Elementary. This is my second end of year. My second time trying to figure out what it means to end strong in a pandemic. This year was especially difficult because our ending was also a beginning. Some of us met our students, partner teachers, and even teams in person for the first time in February or March. There is no normal service year, but this year had more change than most. I watched my teammates become the embodiment of be like water. We did not know what service would look like from day to day, but we still showed up, ready, whatever that day might happen to bring. Most of my teammates had never been in a classroom before February. For me, it meant returning to a classroom almost exactly a year after I had left one. We met and developed relationships with students in different ways than we did online. I saw the growth in students I hadn't seen in a year. My teammates and I learned our partner teachers' styles of teaching in the building and how they needed support in a class space. Up until the very last week, we were learning expectations, how to support our students, our teachers, and each other. Through all of this learning, we were very aware that our time was dwindling, that the end of the year of this journey was getting closer and closer. How do you close out with students you just met, or students that you have shared 2 disjointed years with? How do you learn your role or return to it when you have a few months to perfect it? But just like we showed up for our students when there were screens in between us in virtual classroom, we showed up as we finished the year. We took every moment we got because we learned all too well that none of these moments are guaranteed. We shared laughs with our team, got to know the school staff better, and we celebrated our students in any way we could. We left them knowing that we cared, that we are proud of the work they did this year, the work they managed to do in a school year like no other. Livingston and City Year, thank you for supporting me, learning with me, and welcoming me into your community. I am and will always be a proud Livingston Lion. Rawr!
Hello, my name is Sabrina Mosley and I'm proudly serving with Midland. I decided to return this year because I want to grow with my community through my service. City Year has had a very significant impact in my life. I had them from 3rd grade to 10th grade, and that was some really important developmental time for me. My high school corps was the most important to me because they were there through all my transitions, and I feel that especially Sarah was really helpful with me developing and becoming the person I want to be today. I've had other corps members that participated in sports with us, offering us some support outside of school hours, which I truly appreciated. So next year I'm returning as a team lead at Lyndon McKinley STEM Academy, which happens to be my alma mater. So I'm super excited to get the chance to be a drop of water or a ripple, because either way, both are impactful.
Hi, my name is Erin Sullivan. I proudly serve at Windsor STEM Academy. In the fall, I will be attending Capital University to begin my graduate school education. I will be in their Masters of Clinical Mental Health Counseling program, working to receive licensure to become a professional clinical counselor. I plan to continue my work with children, possibly in a school setting. I can 100% thank City Year and Windsor for solidifying my goals and future plans. Before starting service this year, I was undecided on what I want to do in the future. I knew I wanted to be a counselor, but had no clue what population or demographic I wanted to work with. I felt like I was being pulled every which way, but none of them felt certain. Thanks to my service at Windsor, I have never felt more invigorated and sure that working with elementary age kids is what I want to do. City Year has allowed me to grow my ability to have grace and to work with children in a trauma-informed way. It has also allowed me to grow my network and make connections with people in the field that I am going into. It has allowed me to work with the best group of people I've ever met, and I'll be forever grateful to City Year for my team. My students have changed my life, and I know that I will carry each and every one of them with me as I continue my journey. I will think of them when I start to feel like I can't do something, or when everything feels like too much, and I will remember their resilience and strength. I will remember the words I said to them, that they can do anything, because they are smart and strong, and they inspire me each and every day. Thank you, City Year, and thank you, Windsor.